Mickey Mouse read along storybook and CD. Mickey's Spooky Night. Mickey Mouse looked around his living room. It was decorated with ghosts, spiders, and bats. A jack-o'-lantern smiled at him from the mantelpiece. "I'm gonna have a great Halloween party tonight," Mickey tacked one last fake cobweb to the wall. "Now it's time to take the popcorn balls." Mickey went to the kitchen and began making some popcorn. Then he noticed something moving around the yard. He picked up a candle and opened the door slowly. Mickey looked around. The moon was out and it was windy. The branches and leaves were making strange shadows. "Gosh, I'm just being silly." He went back inside. Mickey glanced at the clock. "It's almost time for the party and I hadn't gotten ready yet. Now where did I put that old pirate costume?" Mickey went upstairs. Then he went up a ladder into the dark attic. As soon as he switched on the light, thunder crashed. Lightning flashed across the sky. As Mickey looked around, he noticed something tall in the corner. He kept closer. A large, ghostly shadow fell over him. Hello?" Lightning flashed again, and Mickey saw the thing he'd been scared of. It was a coat rack with a sheet over it. Mickey went over to an old trunk. I'll bet my pirate costume's in here." He brushed off the dust, but there was so much that it tickled his nose and he sneezed. Mickey turned the key and the rusty old lock and opened to the trunk. A skeleton popped out. "Arg!" Mickey jumped back, and he realized it was just a plastic party decoration. "Phew. Guess that was a Halloween joke on me. The skeleton will be perfect for my party." Mickey rummaged around. "I'd better take the whole thing downstairs. There's a lot of cool Halloween stuff in here." Meanwhile, in Mickey's backyard, Pluto was chasing a ball this way and that. As he charged under the clothesline, one of the sheets came loose from the line and fell on him. It covered him from head to tail. Suddenly, rain began to fall. The wet sheet stuck into Pluto like glue. He ran all over the yard, but no matter how hard, he couldn't shake it off, and he couldn't see anything either. Donald Duck, Goofy, Minnie Mouse, and Daisy Duck drove up to Mickey's house. Goofy peered out the window. "Gosh, look at the lightning!" Daisy giggled nervously. "It's a very spooky Halloween night." But Minnie had a plan. "Let's run right into the house." The thunder and lightning went crazy as Mickey's friends hurried inside. "Mickey, we're here!" But there was no answer. Mickey was too far upstairs to hear anything over the sounds of the storm. Just then the lights went out. "Uh-oh!" Then Mickey's friends heard weird thumping sounds above him. Minnie gasped. "What's that?" Something big and heavy was being dragged across the floor upstairs. It sounded like a coffin being dragged across Mickey's room. "What?" Now Donald was getting nervous. between the storm, the dark, and the noises, it felt a little like they were in a haunted house. Up in the attic, Mickey stopped dragging the trunk around and decided to look for a flashlight. He walked into a huge cobweb. Yikes! These spider webs are all over the place. Finally, he found a candle and some matches. Meanwhile, in the backyard, poor Pluto was still stuck under the sheet. He couldn't see to find his doggy door. From inside, Daisy looked around. What's that sound? Just then, something weird and white ran past the window. Goofy gasped. Daisy stared in surprise. It's a ghost! Mickey's friends were too scared to even scream. By then, Mickey had changed into his pirate costume. He slowly headed down the dark staircase carrying the skeleton. Mickey's friends heard shuffling feet and rattling bones. They looked up to see a horrible monster coming toward them. They hid behind a chair. Suddenly, the lights came back on. Mickey realized his friends were there. Gosh! Hi, gang. Minnie smiled. Oh, Mickey, it's just you. You really scared us. We thought you were a ghost. Yes, that's one very scary costume. Daisy pointed to the hook on Mickey's hand. Daisy picked up a cupcake and smiled. Mickey, this is the scariest, most exciting Halloween ever. How did you do it? Yeah, Mickey, it's the best haunted house I've ever been in. A haunted house? A puzzled Mickey looked around. Just then Pluto found his way in through the doggy door. He ran into the living room. Mickey and his friends looked up and saw a ghost, and boy, did they scream. Then Mickey realized it wasn't a ghost. Oh, Pluto, it's just you. Hey, boy, you're all wet. Let's get you dried off. Mickey and dried Pluto down with a towel and smiled at his friends. You know, with all of those ghosts, shadows, and noises, this is the scariest Halloween ever. Haunted Halloween. It's Halloween, and Minnie and the gang are ready for fun. But when they got to Mickey's house, they hear strange noises and see a ghost. Follow along the narration on the CD to find out if Mickey's house is haunted. Real character voices and thrilling sound effects add to the fun. It is Spookier Storybook CD. Bye-bye. See you next time.